Hey, good morning, crypto pirates and crypto junkies alike. Glad to have you guys here. I apologize for my absence. I had, most of you guys know, I was in Hawaii with the family for a week, and that was paid for with US fiat dollars 18 months before I actually got to go. It was paid for before COVID even happened. And then after that happened, the island of Hawaii didn't want my kind. So didn't want us second-rate citizens there on the island. So we had to sneak on the island. Finally got to take my family trip there. And then right after that, I spent all the next week traveling, trying to help you Hexicans get in front of bigger audiences. So Hex has had some exposure that you guys may not be aware of. And that's okay. I'm going to keep working on your behalf, regardless of the people who support me and regardless of the people who hate me, because we're doing something. I have noticed there are a lot of people that like to hate, and I don't know if it's out of jealousy or the fact that they're not involved, but I am very proud of the things that we have done. And there are some really cool big names that are very much aware of Hex now that were not before. And there's a lot of really cool things coming down the pike. So I am finally back. I am available to you guys. And if there's anything that we can do to build this out, you guys let me know, because we are always looking for more talent. And we've got even bigger things. So we talked to a bunch of producers and content creators within the actual TV and film industry. And they're very interested in what we are doing. And it's not just the documentary team. So we'll talk about those things at another time. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and bring these cutthroats up here. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Feeling good, man.
Hello.
Relatively not unwell.
Well, good. Well, I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm not going to... Yes, I am trying to get the channel banned by saying the big C word. The big C word. So thank you, Orion, Crypto Gains Club 369, Melf, Tony, Stylus, all OG Hexicans right there. Zenkai Mindset, Andre 369, T-Shares. It is now the Mango Junkie. Oi, oi. T-Bird, Hex Fetty, Gunner Boat, Sid, Toblerus, Finn Bear. We got Dan Sampilo. So you look like a new one. I don't know if I've seen that name in here before. So it's a pleasure to have you. DJ Pollywood, Dan Emons, good to see you, brother. Halloman 977, Hex the Ripper. It's just good to see all you guys. Thank you guys for showing up today. Spike. And then, of course, one of my good buddies and also one of my favorite trolls. No waiting here for KNTX, just here for the real BS. Hey, Wales, YouTube, Papa. Okay. All right.
Dan caught it. Dan's a George Carlin fan as well. That's awesome.
George Carlin. Yeah, not unwell.
Yes.
Throwback to George Carlin. Yes.
Very good.
I was actually watching some George Carlin and some old Richard Pryor stuff while I was traveling.
Nice.
It was infomercials late at night. I was on a phone call and I had it playing in the background, and they're trying to sell their old probably family or someone who owns the rights to their names nowadays that was selling old collections of stand-up comedies and stuff. And man, you just can't find that kind of humor nowadays, man. You would get thrown off the air so quick if you had George Carlin and Richard Pryor's sense of humor on air these days. So unless you're hosting your own web server and putting that content out to people, you just can't get away with real comedy anymore.
It was great to have grown up with stand-up the way that it used to be before it got like overloaded on Comedy Central. They used to run it 24/7 and desensitized us all. And then it resensitized us to the politically correct, type of aspect of it. And then it killed it. It was dead. So there's no new. Yeah. I mean, Eddie Murphy, Delirious was probably the greatest stand-up routine of all time.
Yeah, I think I still have that DVD somewhere.
Wait, which one?
I don't know if I have something to play it on, but I have that
Delirious?
DVD somewhere.
I got it on DVD.
Yeah.
I got both of them on DVD.
But do you have
That's
something
really
that can play a DVD?
Yeah.
That's a real question. All right.
But I mean, nobody watches it on DVD, so it's fine.
Well, I don't know if I have a DVD player. I think I still have a PS4 sitting around somewhere that can still play DVDs, but it's hard when you don't even have the player to play it anymore.
Yeah. It's definitely a problem.
Hey, look who it is. It's Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
It was late
Welcome
again.
in.
Welcome to the hood, brother.
Hi guys.
Welcome
Hi guys.
to the
How are you
hood.
doing? You know what? I was late because I'm an island boy.
Oh no! Please stop.
Shut the fuck up. That was good shit though. Like in two days, we got 100,000 views on that.
That's true. It didn't
That's
take
insane.
long to get some. It just
I don't know
shows
how much.
So
it just shows.
Hex
just-
Monkey has 1,500 followers, and he got almost 100,000 views.
Hexcom.
Hexcom.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
I
Yep.
mean, it was pretty cheap views, right?
Yep, it's true. It just
So
shows you the degradation of society when that gets 100,000 views.
That's about it, man.
Will should get 100,000 views. We
I
should
agree.
get 100,000.
We should get 100,000. A whale should get 500,000. Like every
That's
stream.
You guys want to get a room?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
jealous.
I'll be happy being anonymous in the future. Thank you very much.
Papa, you can be my island boy.
You'll be my island freaking
Butler Island boy.
butler,
Yeah.
butler boy,
Monkey Butler,
Butler
Island boy.
butler boy.
And welcome back, KNTX, by the way.
I thank you guys.
What
I
were you
appreciate it.
doing? What?
Yeah, it's been a while, bro.
We had
are
Wales
you
got to
even?
meet somebody from
Who are you?
Hollywood as well. So someone who is very interested in what we're doing and wants to make Hex go viral, wants to get into the crypto space early, has his own network. And that was a chance meeting that our trust attorney happens to be their general counsel. So it was pretty cool that he set that up for us. We had a lot of good work got done earlier that day on the way of the publicly traded trust. So I don't think there's a lot of people here. I still don't think understand the gravitas of that. I don't think Bitcoin would be where they're at without Grayscale. And I think this is just going to make this when you allow, let's just put it this way. When you allow retail investor money from legacy finance to get into this market, up and to the right, baby. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And Wales is a big part of that. He is a smart gentleman, as we all know, that is helping make that possible, helping these SEC attorneys understand what this product is, because they have some common misconceptions, don't they, Wales?
Oh man, it's like talking to kids.
It is interesting
A
how
lot of times kids get it sooner though.
Well, there's a lot to be said about that. Well, when you've got people who have been in an industry so long and they're so well versed in their industry, they kind of dig their heels in that.
Can't really blame them.
So
It's probably a lot of shit that they have to go through all the time. So.
yeah, there's a new paradigm that they have to twist their mind around.
yeah.
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 And here's the thing: this is new, and they know it's new. So digging your heels in just isn't the move.
Yeah, I know.
That's not smart. Yeah.
That's exactly it. But that's all right. We got another meeting with them tomorrow. We're gonna help them understand what this is.
Yeah, we're gonna square them away. It's easy.
And you know what? It might be good for us from an SEC standpoint, guys. Not just our trust that we're building, but also for this industry, for crypto as a whole. That this is not inflation. This is not interest we are being paid. It is inflation. We need to set that narrative right now, because this is not interest. This is not a third party paying us interest like it would be at a bank.
Correct.
So we need to have them understand this. And so we are a lot more under scrutiny as an industry if it's interest versus being inflation. So that's probably the new narrative that needs to be spread.
That's the biggest nuance that has to be invoked into the mind of these regulators, because the fact of the matter is that the rest of the industry doesn't have that ability to be able to make that claim. So we have to be the ones to explain them, educate them, and put them on the same page. right? Because the regulations stand as they are, and they can't just interpret them as they want. They are what they are, so that's what it has to be.
Yeah, in the chat, we go through this a lot now, especially since we have a lot more people from the Middle East that are coming in to ask and poke holes in this. There's the issue of you don't want to have interest being the nomenclature from now on.
Yield.
It should be yield derived from the interest that is generated by the system, and you do the work. So there's nobody that you're using in between.
Papa, I think we addressed this once because some time ago, Bitcoin was pronounced halal, and
yes,
since hex, it's basically Bitcoin with the change of with the change of proof of work. I think it translates also to hex.
This is inflation being paid by code, not interest being paid by a third party, and I think that is very important.
But the front end at go.hex.com does say interest. We should make an effort to get that rectified.
I think you're right. I think you're right. All of us that have the ear of Richard Hart need to put something in about that, that it would help our jobs going forward. So
specifically, it came from you, and if it was fresh rather than the Muslim route or Muslim reasons, if you can state that in terms of SEC, looking at it under a microscope, you may get some more traction.
Yeah, for sure. That's the whole point.
You and Wales together.
We'll reach out to them. I think that's a fine distinction to be made here.
Yeah, it's critical. It's critical for growth.
The SEC isn't critical about Bitcoin's inflation model, so we need to make sure they're not critical about ours either.
Correct.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny how many hexicans retire and then build a lot and basically spend more time. More time doing stuff for Hex and the community.
Well, more stuff for the world. Like instead of
and for
I don't want to be on a soapbox here. I don't want to be on a soapbox here, guys. But anyone who's building around Hex, any of these businesses, anything that that may have a profit motive outside of Hex, stop being critical of them here in this community, guys, because marketing costs money. The bigger the infrastructure is around Hex, the more businesses there are around Hex and Pulse, the more people are going to have eyes on it, and the faster your price is going to appreciate. So stop hating on people for building on Hex and Pulse, because number one, it gets more adoption. There's expenses that come along with that, and those expenses need to be paid. I'm sorry, guys. I want to do this for free, but I don't have deep pockets. I'm staked out for 15 years. I don't have deep pockets that I can pay for these things out of pocket. And there's expenses that have to be paid, and there's marketing budgets that need to be put into place. So if you guys want to hate on the guys building, that's fine. Maybe you guys just don't understand how business works, and that's cool. We got a lot of broke plebs in Hex, and that just comes with more people adopting it. That just happens. But those of you that understand, be supportive of these people who are building. Yeah. Like I said, more adoption, more marketing, because we're going to be doing, Wales and I are going to be doing a lot more marketing going forward. And it costs money to do that.
A lot of stuff that is being built around Hex, it's been built as a fundamental.
I agree. Correct. And shout out to Legion VC News. So shout out to Legion VC News, Motley, Yashdeep, those guys. They've got some really neat things planned for you guys too. So we have to build. You have to get outside of Hex and outside of crypto as a whole to bring more people in. We are great at adopting new no coiners. And the best way to do that is from legacy finance and businesses outside of crypto, and then drawing them in, guys. I think we're gonna have more adoption that way than trying to. I love you guys on Twitter. You guys do a bang up job, but I don't think we're getting as much traction as we could if we were more well known outside of crypto. So.
The Island Boys disagree.
Well, here's the thing, and let me rant a little bit here for a second. I think it's important for people to understand one very critical factor in anything that anybody builds from their Hex games. It's just a simple understanding that everybody that's building with their Hex games, A, has a ton of Hex still, B, is trying to create something that's going to allow you to not have to sell Hex, more than needs to be sold.
Ding, ding, ding. Key point here, guys.
Yeah,
if you can accumulate more hex and never have to sell any more hex because there's businesses built around hex, how is that a bad thing? Ding, ding, ding. You hit that one right on the head.
Yeah, but there's one more. There's one more that's just as important, because people have to understand hex is going to outperform everything that's done in the fiat world, period. So no matter what anybody builds outside of hex, it's going to underperform hex. So it's not like you're doing anybody any favors by acting like they're out here acting like a middleman, because they're not. Hex is going to outperform everything. And that's really the most important point. So if we're over here trying to create sustainable systems that are going to allow us to play in the fiat world and do what we need to do to actually affect change in the fiat world, then that's what needs to be done. If you don't want to participate, that's fine. No love lost. But don't look back with tears in your eyes of regret, because we're taking action today. We're not waiting. So buckle up or get the fuck out the car. Pretty simple.
And you have to, guys. You have to. There's so much going on that we need to pivot at this point in time. We've done such a great job up to this point. You guys, as Hexicans, as a community, I'm so proud to say that I'm part of this community. We have the best community in crypto. Now let's have the best community everywhere. We're working on it. We just need more people. Unfortunately, the only downside to growing a community like this is that the more people that come into the community, the lesser the means of the community becomes. So that's the only downside to that. But hey, we can still, you know what? Those people need trustless inflation too. They need gains just like anyone else does. So we need to welcome them in. We really do.
You know, another thing too, KNTX, is that I think it's important for people to realize that the crypto community has had, the Promise Coin space community has had 2 years to get in line with what's going on over here, and they've opted to not do so.
They're just throwing in more promises. Keeps repeating.
Yeah,
of course.
They rather meme coins and shit like that. So clearly, our objective should be, and I stated this literally as I started streaming, no coiners. Who cares about the people that can't do basic math? Seriously. You can't help people that can't add 1 + 1. You can't. It's just sad but true, right? Like, you're out here trying to pitch to morons all day. For what? They're not trying to even hear you. So the whole focus should have always been no corners, because this is something with actual utility. You don't need morons that want a 2x to come in here. We don't need that.
Nope.
It's fine though. They can come in later. Like, not everybody who is playing around with emails in the very beginning of the internet was meant to be there. Like, there are the users that do want new technology and they want to be at the forefront. And then there is some people that are just interested afterwards, and then there is the laggers that are all the way to the back. They don't understand the technology. They shouldn't be using it. They get scammed and so on. So those get in at the very end. Ideally, they get the product that is completely done. They just click one button. They can't make any failures with it. They can't fuck it up. So there are different kinds of people. Let's say it like this. And there is a place for everyone at some point. But we are building the basis right now. We are on the ground with the boots.
Yes, absolutely true.
Interesting question.
I would recommend you guys go back and watch Building Bridges with Nerd Girl on
That's
Saturday.
what I wanted to say. I am lagging on this a bit. I just listened to it today during work. And
until I am going to withhold judgment, I'm going to withhold any kind of discussing it on my show until I can see that the code that is launched is exactly what matches what's in the white paper. It looks promising. I don't know for sure. I want to make sure. Good. Yeah, it sounds great. It does not work like Grayscale. It is a way for you to sell without, supposedly to sell without hurting the price. And we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, and I want to make sure that the code matches what's on the white paper. So the white paper looks great so far. And the only thing that I caution people is that with any kind of loan, there's going to be some kind of liquidation with price moves. So So that's all I'm going to say. So just be cautious, guys. Make sure you're doing your due diligence and you're doing some research. And when I have more information, when I can see the code and that the code that's launched matches what they want to deploy, and I have someone smarter than myself when it comes to code verify it, then I will talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
Be welcoming
Already.
Enjoy.
Be welcoming of features and products that help Hex and the Pulse ecosystem, but make sure that they are what they claim to be. Verify,
absolutely.
test. Everything needs to be stress tested, and just pay attention to what it really does.
We're gonna have people build on Pulse, good, bad, or indifferent. We just need to have, as a community, I think it's good for us to watch out for each other. Just make sure that we're making wise decisions with what we do. Absolutely. So, and some of these things are going to be fantastic. Some of them are going to be dog crap. And so we just got to be discerning. So let's help.
And some are going to be outright scams. Also very
very
careful.
Already.
Like, there will be.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I think, you always have to be discerning, period. I don't care who's involved. You have to make sure that they're crossing the T's and dotting the I's, because we're not looking for promises over here.
Nope.
Yep.
Period. Right.
Yep.
So an idea can sound great, but it needs to be executed.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, we got Hex, how it was and how it is. So the reality is that we should be setting the same standard moving forward and not accepting anything less. I think it's very simple.
Yep.
I don't think it's more complicated than that. I mean, the standard has been set by Mr. Hart. Let's just follow suit. I mean, it's worked out well. Why fuck it up? Because the other shit doesn't work.
Yep.
We see it every day. So, I mean, there's not really much of a debate to be had. It's very straightforward. If people want to put out unfinished projects that are not products, that is on them. But they will suffer the consequences of their actions, and that's very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's all case-by-case basis. There must be a good reason for you to do that, because we all see it doesn't work. So.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
So we had. Go ahead, Peter.
If it really works like they say, it's gonna be interesting when I'm discussing this with my tax advisor.
Yeah, it's a good off ramp, is what I view it as, just out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, if it works,
just an off ramp.
Hooray!
Even at worst. Yeah.
That's the whole point. If it works.
Yeah, if it works, hooray! I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right. But
Please
like
get
I said,
more stuff that
I'm
works.
withholding judgment, and
we
I'm
just need to see
indifferent
it
at this point
complete.
in time.
Yep. Yeah. Like, it sounds like a great idea, but that's it.
So Jesse called me directly, and I had this conversation probably not long after Wales talked with him, and I tried to press pretty hard into some of the questions that came to mind at the time, and it sounds like the theory behind it, the game theory behind it, sounds pretty solid. We'll just have to wait to see.
Yeah, it's just the math has to line up with the game theory. That's all. So we just have to wait for something that we can read and just see. I mean, there's not much else to do. Talking about it isn't going to change anything. Pulse isn't alive yet, so it doesn't actually matter until after that point in time, because they can't really release it until after that point in time, because they have to do their testing.
And even further.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
They said they're not going to launch it with Pulse.
I'll tell you one thing that doesn't line up. You notice one thing that doesn't line up, Wales? 100% does not line up. Jesse's voice from his actual appearance. I was like, what? That's the guy that I've been talking on with chat for like the last 6 months, and that's what I get? This guy is a freaking built like a brick shithouse, man. Sounds like a thin geek like me. He's not. So that was a shock.
You're ridiculous, man.
Anyway, so we had a conversation with some folks in film in the film industry yesterday that are separate from the ones that we spoke to last Monday. Wales, and it was a very.
I'm getting the feeling you're becoming an actor.
I don't know
if
I go that far.
Group?
No, he's a producer. What are you talking about?
That's right.
Executive
producer,
that's the term. That's the term.
Is it the third group now for filming? Because there's 2 documentaries, and so you got a third one now.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, we were talking about distribution with them, and there's possibly discussions of an actual TV show for the captain and I. And
I think it's
a reality show.
And it's
saying too much, bro.
It's a panel show. It would be a panel type show. It wouldn't be like a scripted like drama or thriller or anything like that.
It's gonna be called RG Shore. It's a show.
RG Shore.
You're stupid. Imagine that.
It'd probably go very well. Actually.
The story of KNTX and RG. Dealing with online drama.
Wouldn't it? And there's a lot of it. It's amazing. I can't believe the drama that comes out.
It's insane. Like once people don't have shit to do, and they just come up.
Everyone gets upset about the price going sideways and
it's
no new
funny.
high in the last days.
It's like all of a sudden everyone forgot what T-shares are.
Yeah, exactly. They forget that they're getting paid trustless inflation. So
hey, trustless inflation doesn't mean shit, man. Why are you using this? It's trustless yield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trustless inflation would confuse already the pleb that we're talking about. I can't use that, man.
Okay.
Let's agree on. Let's agree on something.
Yield.
I'll leave that up to the copywriter.
Let's just call it yield. All right.
Yield.
Yeah, well, I'll leave that. Hey,
yield
you guys need
good.
to. So the copywriters that are doing our commercials that we're working on right now, that's something that you guys need to discuss with them. So I'll put you guys in touch with them. So
no, I don't want to do any work. I'm just.
So can you guys imagine a national TV commercial being aired?
Oh yeah.
During the Super Bowl, while I'm eating my popcorn, yes.
Yeah, I don't know if we can afford that in time.
Come on,
don't we in Hex have enough money for that? Come on, otherwise it would be disappointing.
Huh.
No, we don't. Everybody's staked.
Well, nobody wants to pitch in, and I can't
give them an
encapsulate.
We don't want to dump the price.
Sacrifice.
That's
just
true.
give them
That's a good point,
promise of payment. People like promises.
Super Bowl run. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, Papa
Speaking of dumping, the loan stuff now, that doesn't work for Hex. It only works for Pulse, right?
In time,
they mention only they only mentioned Pulse.
Pulse, yeah.
First.
But the off-ramp can work. The off-ramp mechanism could work, Dustbaum, the same way. For any coin.
I don't count it as an off-ramp, actually, because it's still in the system. You still need the exchange. The exchange that's connecting to fiat world. That's the real off-ramp.
Yeah.
But if Pulse stabilizes, we have to wait for it to stabilize for there to be that moment in time that you can get to stable and then you could cash out.
Why would it stabilize?
Yeah, but the stable itself, the stable is a coin.
Stable's the peg. Yes, correct. Yes.
It is still on chain. It's a crypto. It's not an off ramp per se.
Well, no. What I feel is
stables.
if I entered into a mechanism like this, I would expect to be liquidated, and I would take the stable and I would go home. That's the way that I would view it. There's no risk beyond that.
You have to assume that the Pulse that you've locked up in exchange for the stable is gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
The price correction is going to liquidate you.
Agreed.
You just
you shouldn't be
only
write it
only
off.
if you do a 110% thingy.
No, I do 90% LTV,
or you get left
and
behind
I
and you
leave
sell
happily,
it for the stable coin, and then it goes up 100x, and you just miss the 100x run up. So there's that too. So
you got to get off the boat at some point responsibly.
Yeah,
it just seems to me that with the way that legislation is going in the United States, seeing that I'm a United States citizen, you're a United States citizen, I would like to take a 10% haircut rather than a 38 to 48% haircut. That's all I'm saying.
We can do so. Going back to this, I don't really want to talk about liquid loans any longer. So
right on.
We can do a GoFundMe for a Super Bowl commercial. That would be awesome.
Yes.
I said I didn't have the funds, and I won't put it up on the screen.
I mean,
upset him. But Joe Hexotic, Joe Hexotic, you might be correct. He might, but I haven't seen him support the community in that way yet, outside of tweeting. So until people put their money where their mouth is, I'm not going to discuss who is willing to help this community and who's not. So, because I know, and I can name them, there's a handful of people that have spent money to build Hex and to make it known outside of the crypto industry. And it's only a handful of people that have actually dedicated those funds to make it happen. So by the way, thank all of you guys who are helping donate to the highest of stakes. That is going to get more eyes than anything that we've done to date. And so those of you guys who have sacrificed your money, your hard-earned Hex funds and whatever else funds that you've had to make that a reality, thank you. You guys are the true heroes. You guys are the ones that really support the community. I understand a lot of you guys are waiting for price appreciation and stakes to come up, and that's cool. But if your intent and your heart is in the right place, I include you in that as well. So,
speaking of House of Stakes, do you have any info that you could maybe leak to us?
Yeah.
Anything new?
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't, but I probably shouldn't. But we're working on a big event, and people having the opportunity to buy tickets to this big event. So,
well, I think it's important to remember that this is an ongoing process, right? Like the documentary isn't completed, so they're recording and talking to people as this happens, because this is only 2 years old. So
that's right.
It hasn't been around for that long. So there's still history being made as time passes in the present, right? And Pulse Chain is going to be a big part of that, because it's going to really alter the landscape as we know it. It's going to give crypto an actual environment, an actual sandbox in which to play. And I think if we're going to see any new projects or anything come to the fore, it needs to be in a true crypto format, nothing less. Of course, we're going to have shit projects on there. It's not the point. The point is, we should accept none publicly other than those that are actual crypto projects. And that's really it, right? Like,
I agree.
That's all.
I agree.
That's all.
And products, not projects. Products.
Right. Just projects in the true crypto form that's our actual final product.
That's a good segue. I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, a lot of shade for it, but I know of one other crypto product out there. So any of you guys, if you guys haven't made millions with Hex yet, keep accumulating Hex. Don't even listen to what I'm about to say. Those of you guys who have made big gains and want political and legal protections, I know a group, I know a product that is already available, approved by the SEC, tokenized their equity, and they are Hexicans, and they have Hex in their treasury. And they are helping work with us on the back end to build this pack and helping us with the political protections that we're going to need as a crypto industry going forward. And there's also a huge profit incentive with investing with them. So if you guys are interested in diversifying, because I don't feel comfortable having 99% of my wealth in one thing. And so I am personally doing this. But like I said, if you guys have not made millions with Hex, then do not even look at this. You guys need to keep accumulating Hex. That needs to be your priority at this point in time. So Duke of Booze, 420, thanks. Cheers, everyone. Small donation, huge appreciation. We appreciate you, Duke of Booze.
Yeah, and I think I don't think KNTX allow me, please, because I don't want people to misunderstand you. Because I think it's important people to understand what KNTX is trying to say. And it's not that you don't understand, but just to be clear, if you can donate. If you can't, keep buying Hex, because then in the future you definitely will be able to donate. And that's all.
Yes, and the highest of stakes is staked. Everything that's hexed that's been given to them, other than a small liquid bag just in case, has been staked, because they expect that money is going to go farther later, and there will be responsible selling for that as well. So they're Hexicans too. So just keep that in mind, guys.
They are.
If you guys cannot.
They're not much different than us, actually, because I met a couple of them. And I talked to them, and they passed the sniff test on my part. So
agreed. And they've got the ear, and they've got the insider knowledge with Richard now. Richard very much has accepted them. They are in the family. Like, these guys really want to tell the best story possible. They know Richard's the character and Hex is the product, and Richard has accepted them as well. So they spent all last week with him. If you saw Richard's last stream in Denmark, he was actually you at least saw Patrick. He's the co-director of the film, and then Grant has been on ours, and they were both there in the room at the same time, and they are very much working very closely hand in hand with Richard. And the likelihood of the highest of stakes on Netflix, let's just put it this way, the chance of it being on Netflix is a little bit higher, but it's a little bit higher than it being everywhere, but there's a good chance you're going to see it on multiple streaming platforms. So let's just put it that way. We're working with distribution companies that have huge contacts. They're going to go through all the different film festivals to qualify for all the different award programs. And then once they get all these certain awards, and it's a lot easier to not necessarily sell the rights, but sell the licensing to be streamed on a lot of these platforms. So pretty cool. Pretty
Academy
cool.
Award. Academy Award. Huh?
History in the making, and
that's what they're aiming for. That's right. That's what they're working on, man. That's what they're working on. And I told them, I said, if you guys want any chance of winning these awards, keep me out of the documentary. I'll just work on the back end. I'll just do the executive producer stuff. So.
If they get the nomination on the film clip, they just got to put the logo big front and center for like a full beat. That's all I ask. Right? When they get the nomination, and the nominees are, and it's got to come up with that logo real quick and then get on with the actual footage. That's it. That's all we need. Just a nomination.
All right. So check it out. They're actually trying to tell the true story.
Yep.
Right. Not the fake one. So if these people ever reach out to you, be respectful, be mindful, and participate, because this is our movie. Don't forget that.
This is our movie. This is our community. This is our movie. Not me and RG and Big K's movie. It is your movie.
Correct.
So if you want to be on it, do something now. Create something. Participate.
Kyler understands this. Distribution is difficult. Distribution is
the key.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Kyler, by the way.
Yep.
What's up, Kyler?
Hey,
distribution is what makes or breaks the product.
Yep.
So we're networking with a lot of different companies right now on the distribution side to see who can bring the most value to the table.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people coming to the table to talk to us.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting hit up every freaking 5 seconds for every 3 or 4 seconds for new opportunities. And it's like, man, I have a hard time with the ones that we've prioritized now. I can't take anything else on right now.
Just say no.
I have been. I've actually been putting people in contact with other people that I think could make their ideas a reality better than even I could. So I've been doing a lot of networking on the back, trying to say, hey, just remember me in the future. I can't work with you at this point in time, but I think I know someone who could do this better than myself. And I've passed a lot of contacts on to other people.
Can't lose. Yeah, that's building bridges right there.
Absolutely. We have to have a strong infrastructure on the back end for everything that we're doing, and we're making a lot of friends. We're not burning any bridges. We're not tearing anything down. We're not burning any business relationships. And that's one thing that, and I can't edify myself because you guys will be like, yeah, that guy, whatever. But there's a lot of people that I'm working with in Discourse within these trusts, within these movie deals, within all these different things, that these people put their integrity before all else. And these guys are not willing to compromise their integrity. That's what makes us Hexicans is the integrity and the willingness to help the community, even at a cost to themselves. And I'll tell you what, it's cost us a lot of family time to do these things. And these people, that's how important it is for them to build these things out for you guys. So,
hey, Markable.
Thanks, Invited Freedom. You're wonderful.
You're not talking very much today. I thought that when KNTX said strong and back end, you would be like, "Oh, I'm all over that."
I was waiting for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's your lead. That's your department.
I'm tired, man. I got up at
yeah.
5 a.m. and worked all day. So
Hippies don't work.
For you,
now I'm
brother.
just chilling. I do have something to share with it, which I put in the chat, and I think it's pretty cool to share with the people about the new sticker that's launched.
Oh, the Kiss My.
Yeah, I think it's
okay.
it fits this theme because it's in the intro. I can share my screen and show it to the people.
Yes.
We're not interested in your stickers, sir.
Proof of stickers.
Wait, before
Come
I
on,
share
guys.
it.
Tom got like 20
Wait,
minutes about his
before
stickers.
I
This is
share
remarkable
this,
5 seconds. Come on.
let me remove Wills. Goodbye. All right. Share my screen.
Good move.
Let me read.
So I put it in the chat here. So this is do you see it big or not?
Yeah.
So this is the new new sticker you can get at hexmerch.com. If KNTX, can you put the link is in the group chat we have? Can you put it in the
private chat?
maybe?
Or
no, I can
Telegram?
also copy it in the private chat.
Oh, that's all right. I'll put it in here.
But this is the new sticker, and if you looked closely to the intro that we have, it's on the back of the bumper of the car. And I reached out to Motley and said, "Can you please make this a real sticker?" Because he's buddies with the dude that owns hexmerch.com. So now you can actually get a bumper sticker that says "Kiss My Hex." I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. I like it.
Nice.
I like it. Support your local Hexicans because
yes,
that is advertising, guys. That is advertising in the real world.
that's really cool. Yeah.
Support your Hexicans. That is cool. And that's Motley and the Legion VC that are doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Someone in
Support those
Legion,
guys.
Yeah.
Show those guys some love.
You can go to hexmerch.com and
Don't
just search for Kiss My Hex, or you can go to the actual link that KNTX is gonna put in the chat right now.
I just put it in there.
Gonna post it in
the whole link. That I
Yeah.
just put in the private.
Hexmerch.com or what?
Yeah, but like the direct link to the sticker.
Ah,
You can come
where
back,
is
Wills.
the one in private chat, right?
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry.
And
I
back.
see it now.
Thank you, Marco.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Glad
Wales,
you're here.
Wales, did you like that gift I left you in the brig?
No.
I didn't spray
No.
after I was done.
No. That
Just
is
enough
cool.
time to have a
Yeah,
number
T-Bird,
2 and-
you get some stickers at Hexmerch, man. That's the cool thing actually. The more this community grows with cool people, the more you can just have a thought and then just reach out to the person already doing that shit, and you
And it
just give them
becomes reality,
that idea, and then it becomes a reality. Like I would love to be like the sticker needed to be a thing, but I'm not gonna find out how to make a sticker and then where to sell it and how to sell it, and I'll set all that shit up. I already know people. And I don't
Well,
know.
that's what we did with the
No one in Hex needs the money. You can just
We just said to
stuff in reality,
Motley,
that's
make
it.
this a sticker, and he made it.
That's what we did with that's what we did with our merch. The DS merch you guys actually see me wearing is from that hexicans.net, and that's a third-party vendor. That's a gentleman that said, "Hey, I'll make those a reality for you, and you guys can, get the word out." I've never made a dime off of any of that merch that's been sold on hexicans.net. RG and I've never, and we don't care really. It's just kind of a fun thing. It's not like we're looking to get wealthy off of t-shirts. That doesn't happen, guys. That doesn't happen. It's just a fun way to support your community. It's just cool to show up somewhere at a meetup or something and have freaking discourse on it or something. I do it for advertising on our show so people will see that we have the brand merch, but that's but if you guys are interested, hexicans.net. So
That is
fake news.
hilarious.
I don't comb my beard. My beard combs itself.
self-combing beard. I love it.
Yep.
No, Dan, I think you misspelled that. It's all about the T-shares. T-shares. Not the T-shirts. T-shares.
Stickers only one. I'm so glad this is still going on. It's great.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I also posted it in Hex Design for everybody.
What's that?
Oh, you can't hear me?
No,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
We just don't listen to you very well.
We just don't want to hear you.
Test. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I
try
posted it
again.
in Hex Design if anybody wants to grab it, and also in the hex.com
cool.
channel.
Yeah.
so everybody has it.
Nice. Well done.
This is
Tree.
Cabana's got a great idea. We need the Chia markable bet with the Chia beard.
What is Chia?
Hey,
Chia
Chia
pet.
pet. You know what this is, Peter?
Explain, please, Papa.
You spread chia seeds on a terracotta statue, and you pour water in the head. The seeds sprout, and they grow in this big green mass.
What?
Okay.
I've never heard of that, dude.
You've never heard of it? Oh,
but we need one.
The best
we
American
definitely need
toast in
one.
the world.
Here's a good one.
It's up for Mexico, actually. It's a Mexican toy.
Can we get that?
Here's a good
somewhere?
one.
Can we let someone make that?
Chia head.
Here's my favorite one. This is my favorite Chia to date. It's the Bob Ross one.
Bob Ross Chia head.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a Chewbacca and a Yoda, but and Richard Simmons for all you flamers out there. But this is my favorite. Is the Bob Ross Chia pet. That's
my goodness.
Hey, so there's already a one, the Chewbacca one.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
The Chewbacca
one.
one.
Yeah,
there is a Chewbacca one, isn't there? Huh.
Yeah.
That reminds me, there is a tree that grows at the same at the same time.
Is that your nephew?
That grows at the same speed as a normal human.
Really?
So
probably.
so if you got your child or like I don't know, nephew or whatever, if you got them a stake, you could also plant that tree at the same time, and it will grow with the child. And we will the same amount. It will be the same height as the child.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's cool.
But then it doesn't stop at the child's height, does it?
I think it's a bush, so it caps out at like 2 meters or something.
Oh wow,
interesting.
Papa likes bushes.
I forgot the name. You need to look into it. Japanese people do that a lot.
6'4"? Huh? What if I don't grow to 6'4"?
Grow your shares.
Me.
Then you gotta
stream it.
You gotta give it the the old Brazilian.
He makes it so easy.
Strike free.
Downhill swimmers as well.
Ooh,
the tree dies.
Downhill. Let's not even put that out there. Let's not even put that energy out there.
Yes.
Then you have to EES.
Jesus.
That's good.
You gonna behave yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lies.
Maybe.
And he's gone, as Alan likes to say. Every time I take him off.
DJ Bollywood has t-shirts that grow with him.
So funny.
Bobby Hexelrod claim that back to the manufacturer. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Don't accept a busted open envelope. That's from their company. The chain of custody is broken. If that seal is breached, even the outside seal, you have grounds to have it resent. Absolutely, call them up or text them. They'll be fine.
RG3.
I'm wondering, do you know why Trezor doesn't have the verification for their hardware wallets?
Verification? What do you mean?
What?
But because Ledger has a chip verification. They check the device if it's genuine with their software.
No,
Trezor doesn't do this.
Trezor
right?
does in the background. Absolutely, it does.
He does. Oh,
yes,
it does. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the updates. There's something in the thumbprint as well that re-verifies the authenticity of the chipset.
Okay.
But I mean,
I just never saw the option to like test it.
Yeah, no, it's in the back. It's in the background. It's all automatic. With Trezor, the idea of the companies, it's all in the background. It's all kind of automatic. But you should know though that neither company can be 100% sure that there's not a reverse engineering attack that's on the chipset when you receive it ever, no matter what. So if the chipset was original to begin with, and then somebody added something by soldering it on, it's a non-0% chance that will not be verified, even with the fingerprint for the updates and the firmware that comes on. So you can't. That's why I'm telling this guy that just sent that text. You do not accept the package when even the outside package, the shipping package is been breached. You do not accept it because those are your only lines of defense to determine that the chain of custody was 100% not unbroken between you and the manufacturer.
Even if it was just a, I don't know, transportation issue.
Even if it was a transportation issue.
I agree.
Don't do it.
Better to err on the side of caution. I agree with that, Papa B.
Absolutely. So, it's millions of dollars, right? Why would you risk it?
That's right.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk.
This is another one for you, the field there, Papa B, with security.
Okay.
Seedward metals.
Two things, seedward metal. Two things. Number one, I guess I can, if you're on Telegram, I can send it up in the Pulse voice chat, or the Pulse chat. I can post it on for public, but there is a great source for commercially pure titanium in the United States. We've determined that, but also think about this. You can go and get, I think I discussed it on the show before, you can go get a bunch of these fender washers made out of 316 stainless steel at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. Very easy to get them. They're only cost about 30-40 cents a piece. You buy 10 of them, 12 of them, put a 316 bolt through it as well with a nut on the other side, and you can use those fender washers to engrave or stamp in with a die punch set your seeds. So that's really durable, and that's together smart. In a big mass like this, like it's like a roll of nickels in your hand or quarters. When they're in mass like that, the surface area is reduced, and if you use a blowtorch, it's still not going to get through. So it's pretty damn solid. And the added benefit is there's no record of you buying anything crypto related. You just go and buy fender washers at the local Home Depot. So do it yourself. It's a great idea as well. 316.
I like it.
Yeah, 316 stainless. That's the food grade.
I was going to say stainless steel is the way to go.
Yep.
It's thanks to the zinc alloy. It helps against acid and other caustic materials that might touch the metal and keeps from rusting. So, yep, very smart.
I pasted a video of a guy who did exactly this with the washers. Cost him like $3 or $4. If you can paste it to the community, please.
Okay, Brizology's in need of help, but this is normal for Briz. You can put a number on each fender washer, and then if they fall apart, you don't have to worry.
It's just number it, bro. Yeah.
But what if you drop them and they roll away and under the kitchen sink, George? How do I find the washer and it's all out of order?
But what if everyone sells?
Briz asked because the washers are bigger than his hands, so he's worried that he'll fumble them. So,
guys, imagine someone using those washers, and your house becomes your seed words.
Ooh, that's clever.
It does sound very grunge.
Nice.
KNTX, can you forward the video, please?
What video?
$5.
I dropped an explanation of how to do it in the private chat.
Oh, in the private chat? I didn't even see it.
There is a guy who did exactly that, where the stainless washers and on.
This better not be
on
some competing stream that you're sending everybody to. If they sell Shibu Emu on this stream, dude, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, you're gonna be fired.
And you just started, bro. What's up?
It's fine.
That's cool though.
I died doing what I love.
By the way, I was the one that got you unbanned from Crypto when you corrected her on Twitter.
Yeah, I remember. Thanks.
You're welcome.
But she was still wrong.
She was still wrong.
Standing behind my editing. Yeah, you took her on, and I think I liked your comment, by the way, Dustbaum.
I did too. It was true. It was factual. We like facts in this community.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's called bullshit on more bullshitters than I've ever found anybody else calling bullshit before. Very well done, Dustbaum.
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
Yeah, there's some.
Gotta catch them all.
I like how
Pokemon.
I like how Will's pointed out that idiot as well or another idiot on his stream.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, the dude that was constantly saying there was price
for Pulse. Yeah. I had to do that. Yeah.
Fucking idiot, asking 1 Bitcoin to get on your stream.
Yeah, man.
Get out of here.
Yeah. guy asked for 1 Bitcoin to debate.
None of you fake gurus, none of you furus are worth a Bitcoin to ever come on my. No. We've never paid anyone to come on our channel,
and even if you
even me.
So you're in the Hex community asking for a Bitcoin. How idiotic are you?
Yeah.
At least do some research before you're gonna.
Interestingly enough, that tweet is deleted now. I checked.
Of course yesterday. It is. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm. When you look like the
it's a furu
that put it out there, absolutely.
Yep. So mind your P's and Q's and be careful where you get there.
I love when this community calls bullshit on someone.
Oh yeah, I had to do that public and live.
Yeah, so for Cabana, that is probably still watching. I'll be on your show if you send me 1 T-share.
If you send me 1 T-share, I'll come on your show.
T-share for appearance.
You can have a cloud for a T-share.
15-year T-share or 1-day T-share?
Both.
1-day T-shirt costs more, man. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. No.
Yeah, 1-day T-shirt is best, actually.
Hey,
yeah.
No, sir. And right. Finbear, 5 hex for kisses now, guys.
Oh God!
You know that tweet also got deleted. I think.
Oh well, I would.
The original tweet of that.
I would have. Yeah, totally.
Well, did I say that? What was it? Who came back? Oh, Toby Wan came back with, "What do I get for 20,000 hex?" And I said, "Chlamydia and maybe a shot for 2."
Yeah. And your ring back from your fiance?
Yeah. I was just flirting publicly.
For money.
For money.
I like this. I do like this one. Finbear, what about bear hugs? He is a big bear of a man. And I don't want to kiss. No offense.
You can get those.
I don't want to kiss from you. Your beard looks like it would be scratchy. So
mine is soft as a cloud.
That's why your cheeks are so red all the time.
Yeah. Maybe.
And I don't mean the ones on your face.
Oh man.
I think it's time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Outro.
Sounds good.